he pointed out something really interesting, something that caught everyone's attention right away. "He's just a super chill guy, always making everyone laugh," said. "You can't even afford a sandwich, and you're giving me life advice." But a year later, things had changed quite a bit. You know, it's wild. He was begging for that same man's help. In a world that often values wealth over wisdom, we sometimes forget that true riches can come from the most unexpected places. This is the story of Ryan, a young, arrogant businessman who thought he had everything: money, power, success, until one cold winter evening, a single conversation with a homeless man flipped his life upside down. And what happened next will leave you speechless. Stay with me till the end, because the final message may just change how you see people forever. Ryan was a 29-year-old self-made entrepreneur. Dressed in Armani suits, driving a black Porsche, he believed success was a number in your bank account. He scoffed at the poor, mocked the struggling, and had no patience for anyone who wasn't on his level. He believed every man made his own luck, and if you were homeless, it was because you were lazy. One night, while walking back from a luxurious client dinner, Ryan passed by a homeless man holding a cardboard sign that read, "Not hungry for food, hungry to be heard." Ryan laughed. Poetic. He said, dropping a penny in the cup and adding, "Here's a shiny thought for your next poem." But the man simply smiled and said, "Be careful, young man. Life has a way of teaching lessons money can't." Ryan chuckled. "Thanks, Buddha. Maybe you should write a book." He walked away, but life was already preparing his lesson. Within weeks, things started falling apart. A business partner embezzled funds. A key investor pulled out. Then the media scandal. An old tweet resurfaced, painting Ryan as cold-hearted and cruel. Clients left. Sponsors cut ties. Lawsuits began flooding in. His luxury penthouse foreclosed, Porsche repossessed. Friends gone silent. In less than 6 months, Ryan went from Forbes featured entrepreneur to living in a rented one-room flat, surviving off instant noodles and regrets. At night, staring at the ceiling, he kept hearing those words. Life has a way of teaching lessons money can't. Was this karma? He tried everything to rebuild, but nothing stuck. No one trusted him anymore. And that's when he found himself on that same cold street corner. Desperate, jobless, and hungry, Ryan wandered the same block where he once mocked the homeless. He sat on a bench, head down, ashamed. Suddenly, a voice told you life teaches in strange ways. It was him, the same homeless man. But this time, Ryan didn't laugh. He broke down crying. "I've lost everything," Ryan whispered. The man nodded, sat beside him, and offered half a sandwich. "I may not have much, but I always share what I do have." For hours, they talked about life, about failure, about inner peace. And Ryan realized this man, who slept on the streets, had more emotional wealth than anyone he'd ever met. The homeless man wasn't just giving advice. He was living proof of resilience, humility, and wisdom. Inspired, Ryan asked the man whose name was Elijah to help him. Elijah didn't give him money or business contacts. He gave him books, recommended meditations, made him volunteer at shelters. "Start by giving. Life will give back," Elijah said. So Ryan began cleaning streets, helping the elderly, speaking at youth centers. With every act of kindness, something inside Ryan shifted. He launched a non-profit, Voices Unheard, giving jobs to the homeless. His story went viral. Media came back, this time with praise. He rebuilt slowly, but this time grounded in gratitude. He hired Elijah as his personal advisor, and one day, during a TEDx talk, he opened with the line, "The greatest mentor I ever had once asked for nothing but to be heard." Today, Ryan is successful again, but not in the same way. He measures wealth by impact. He speaks at schools, reminding students to value humility over titles, kindness over credit scores. He often shares Elijah's quote, "Wisdom isn't tied to walls or wallets." And Elijah, he now lives in a small apartment, helping others who are where he once was. The man who was mocked became the man who transformed another's life. He didn't just give advice, he gave perspective. Ryan learned something new today that totally changed his perspective on things. Sometimes the poorest in appearance are the richest in soul. Never underestimate a stranger's story. This story isn't just about Ryan or Elijah, it's about all of us. How often do we judge someone by their clothes, their job, their status? But every person you walk past could be carrying a story, a lesson, a message your life desperately needs. So the next time someone offers advice, pause, listener, here's a little something to spice it up. Absolutely. Let's dive into it, shall we? What's on your mind? You never know whose wisdom you're ignoring. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and share this video to remind others. Never judge a book by its cover. Let's make the world a little more kind, one story at a time. Thanks for watching.